There we go. Okay. Hello. Hi. So I'm Solar Moon. I'm an independent game developer. I'm the creator of Master Plan. I'm the creator of Tetra 3D. I'm the creator of I guess that's it. So anyway, the last stream I was looking at a fantasy console, which was Picotron, which is the sequel to Pico 8, which is a fantasy console kind of like it's kind of like NES, like a NES like screen resolution size, but the color count is higher. And then this is TIC-80, which is like an open source fantasy console that has some restrictions, but it's not as like heavy as Pico 8. So I guess you could say it's kind of like somewhere between Pico 8 and Picotron, kind of. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, is checking this out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, I guess. That's fine. Let's get some music going and then we'll get started. It's loud. It's loud for me. Is it loud for you? It's silent for you. Okay, that's good. Actually, before I do, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So basically Pico 8, or rather TIC-80 is split up similarly to Pico 8, into different little sections or editors. One for code, one for sprites, one for sprites and tiles, one for maps, one for sound effects, one for music, with music basically playing sound effects with the tone and with different effects. And you can switch banks if you have the pro version, which I do. The music editor can be in kind of like a piano roll look style, which is, it looks very nice, or the tracker style, which is more kind of like efficient, but maybe you're not used to it. You might have to get into it. So I thought it would be good. I between the last stream on Wednesday and today, I was basically porting everything over from Picotron to TIC-80, and it works pretty well. I also tried the music editor and managed to get a couple good, cute, kind of simple little tracks. This is super quiet for me. Let me see if I can boost the volume for you. Something like that. So nothing too crazy, but kind of classic tracker style music. Yeah. So it works pretty well. And then the second track I made is reminiscent of a song by Of Dream, if you are familiar with that artist. Man, what was it called? Love the song, but I can't remember it now. Something of something. I can't quite remember. Something of something. Let me see if I can find it. Something of something. Something of something. What is it called? Marks of Despair. Marks of Despair. So if you know that song, then you might recognize the tune from this. How long have I been muted? When did that happen? I thought I unmuted myself. Well. I might have been muted this entire time. Alright, well. That's life. Okay, so... yes, so this is TIC-80. How long have I been muted, dude? I seem like it seems like I make a mistake like this, like a critical flaw, critical error, like every time I stream. Anyway, so this is TIC-80. It's a fantasy console. It is an open source fantasy console. You can kind of make something kind of SNES-ish. Like maybe not PS1, SNES or maybe NES. It feels like you can do a little bit more with it. There's no restriction on color count, but there is restriction on total number of like banks and data and all that stuff. So you don't have like infinite room to work with. I'm wondering if I should move. Oops. Do I have? I don't think I have enough room to... Yeah, I think that's about... Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Can I shave, like, part of his body off so that it fits in a single column? Something like... that. Nah, you lose too much. You lose too much. Let's let him be where like he is. Okay, so yeah. So this is pretty good. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tweak this a little bit. Something I like about this compared to Picatron is that each time you draw something, you can choose what the color key color is, so you don't have to have a color key color, and if you do have a color key color, it doesn't always have to be the same. I like that. I think that that's really good because that allows you to do something like this where we can avoid using or we can just leave it to black for everything else, but then for things that use black we can use a different color for the color key. That's really good. I like that. Something else I like is that you can change the palette right from the GUI. So you can say like, oh, I want this black to be darker, I want this blue to be lighter, whatever. That's really good. Very good, because yeah, we can make this a little darker, I think. Not that dark. Something like that should be good. I like that because, of course, that allows you to customize your game a little bit more, make it look more unique. And that also kind of allows you to have more control in terms of the like, well, that allows you to have more control. Oh, this just changes your, oh, this just changes the color, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay. That allows you to have more control in terms of your color count. That allows you to have more control. Okay, I thought maybe this was like moved over slightly. Yeah, that allows you to have more control over your color count. That allows you to have more control over the vibes of your game. Sometimes the palettes, the program comes with, TIC-80 or Picatron. You may not like it, or it may not have the necessary colors for the kind of game you're doing. So it's nice to be able to, of course, have that option to change your colors, or even have multiple banks for different palettes and things like that. That's very nice. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and keep working on this and see how far we get and what we end up doing. Sorry, that's probably kind of loud. Let me see. Lower this, lower this. That's pretty good for you. That's good for me. Okay. Okay, So we can go over here. This is written in JavaScript because I don't like Lua. As previously established, and TIC-80 supports a variety of different languages. It doesn't just support Lua. It does support Lua, but it also supports JavaScript. It also supports Python, I think. It also supports Squirrel and like Scheme and Julia or something. It supports different languages, which is nice. That's really good. I don't think it necessarily needs to, but I appreciate it as someone who just does not vibe with Lua. I like having the option. So if they end up, I think they might end up either maybe replacing all of the scripting languages with a WASM core WebAssembly, so that basically you can use any language and then just compile it to WASM, I guess. So that might be what they end up doing, but for now this is working really well. I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna turn off the music here so that we don't have to listen to that while we're working on this. Yeah, I probably could do with a dark gray instead of this color. I also like that you can do like replace all pixels in the selected sprite by just control clicking. That's very nice. I originally did this little like cycling thing because like this little effect, if you take a look at it, is like this kind of blurring around the center around his feet. It works well, but now that I'm with using TIC-80, I don't need to do that because I can change the colors, so I can just use an intermediate, dark color here. So it's unfortunate that what I feel like was a really cool effect is just no longer necessary, but that's good, I guess. There we go. Yeah, maybe we could favor this a little bit more. Nah, that was good the way it was. Okay. You can also see that it handles diagonal movement and stuff a lot better. Why, I don't know. I'm not sure why. Null Dot says, hello there, hi. But yeah, in comparison to Pikatron, I'm not sure what the difference was, but it looks a lot cleaner here. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe, like you can see when I move slightly, the character moves back and forth like that. I'm not sure if that's the camera, like lerping slowly, or if that's the way TIC-80 draws, is drawing, it can draw things at different fractional values, and so they can be in different locations, if that makes sense. Like, I think Pikatron might be drawing things to a back buffer and then drawing that to the screen, and I'm wondering if TIC-80 is drawing things individually to the screen in stages, so that like it's not a single viewport. Maybe it's like scaled up, I don't know, because it's a lot smoother. It doesn't seem like the character is not aligned with the grid, but it seems like sometimes he becomes unaligned, where the grid and him move on different like time scales like that. So I'm not sure. I don't mind that so much because I mean the movement is much smoother here compared to Pikatron. So I'm happy with this, but I'm kind of just wondering like why does it work the way it does. So anyway, let's go ahead and code this up a little bit. We don't need the shadow flip anymore because the shadow is no longer flipping. That little movement wasn't intentional. No, it's not. not at all. The character sliding, like there's a lerping happening, a linear easing that's happening between the camera position and the player. which is correct. That's intentional. But when at some points you can see sometimes the player kind of like shifts back or shifts around more than he should. And I'm not sure if that's... I think that might be just the camera. But it seems like he moves more than the background, than the map. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. It's not a big deal, but it is kind of noticeable. I mean, I guess I could just make it so that it doesn't really happen unless the lerping doesn't happen unless the camera's further away from the player. We can do that. Let's see. So we'll need a distance property. Null.dot says, which language am I using? I'm using JavaScript here. Yeah, I prefer JavaScript to Lua. Python also works well. I don't think I've used Julia. I don't think I've used Scheme. I think there might have been one or two other options, right? Let me open the wiki on my side screen so I can see what. Look at there it is. Lua, Moonscript, JavaScript, Rin. I would work with Rin. Python, Scheme, Janet, Ruby. I would work with Ruby. Squirrel, Finnel. I don't think I've ever heard of or used Finnel before. Okay, so it's like that. Nah, I think I'm good. Whenever you have brackets like just chilling in your code, I don't know if I can mess with it, man. I don't know. You got open parentheses each, open bracket key, open bracket dx dy. It's just like I'd have to. You got the operators before the properties. I don't know, man. I'm not that good of a coder. I don't know. I gotta feel that out. Rin, heard of Rin. It probably would work pretty well for this. I think it's a neat language, but I'm not sure if it's still being worked on. Is it? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Really, because it's an embedded language in I almost said Tikatron, in TIC-80. But I still am like, I wonder if it's still being worked on. I think it's been a while. Someone's working on it. Or is that only the README? Oh, that's just the README, I guess. Well, somebody merged it, okay. There's potential. 3 weeks in the dock. I might mess with Rin at some point. It's a good language, I think. No Lisp in this house. No Lisp in my house, just because I just have never done it before. more than I'm unfamiliar with it, more so than I have a lingering hatred for it. What are we looking for here? What are we missing? Distance. Oh yeah, forgot I have to do all this. This thing got started greater than 16. Am I missing something? JS 56. 7. Oh, can I? What's the thing to go to? Control shift. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. So now the camera only moves if we're further away. It only lerps if we're further away. Okay, so take that to be like maybe 4. That's right, 8. No, maybe 16 was good. Okay, works pretty well. So now what kind of game is this going to be? I don't want to make something super big. So what will it be? What will we do? I don't know. Why are you trying out fantasy consoles? No particular reason. I've used fantasy something that I liked about there was a fantasy console that was kind of popular. It was kind of like one of the first ones, which is Mega Zeus. Very fun game creation suite. Very cool what people were doing with it. People were able to do so many like crazy things with Mega Zeus, and I feel like there's not a lot of like things like that nowadays. I feel like as game development has become more popularized, those kinds of like places and spaces that are friendly for new developers and younger people has kind of fallen away. Like, it used to be where if kids were interested in coding and making games when you were, 15, 16, 14, in 1999, 2001, you crack open, Pygame for Dummies, right? Python or Pygame for Dummies. And that's how you start making games. Or RPG Maker, or like Mega Zeus, ZZT. And they fostered, or Game Maker, even when it was Mark Overmars, right? Or even when it was Yo-Yo Games, when they first picked it up. That was an era where I feel like there was a stronger community around games, around making games, Newgrounds, Flash games, right? A whole microcosm of the game developers, or not microcosm, maybe the majority of indie game developers at that time were just people making stuff with SDL and C, with Pygame, with these different little disparate tools. But I feel like as game development has become more popularized for indie game developers, and people pursue game development as a career, even for independent game developers, that sense of community is kind of like fracturing. I feel like you don't see as many people, I don't see that as much of a community around people making games. Mega Zeus had it, ZZT had it, where you had people just making cool little stuff because they wanted to, and people would make stuff and play their stuff and be like, yo, that game was fun, it was interesting. Flash games kind of had that community. Pygame, I think, had that community, kind of like homebrew developers or new developers. But I don't feel like you have that with bigger engines and bigger tool sets, toolkits like Unity, Godot, Unreal, because they're much more complicated, but they're also more tuned to professional users, and professional people use them. So you don't get as many people who are just making things. You get people who are making Batman Arkham Asylum. You get people who are making, Grand Blue, Fantasy Versus. You get people who are making like huge games with these tools, or people who are making mobile games, or just people who are making more professional products. and so the sense of community is not really there. So I feel like that's part of it. Is it's fun to mess with a fantasy console because it feels a little bit like that era of Mega Zeus, that era of ZZT, that era of Game Maker, that era of Flash games where it was just people making stuff for fun. Like, you know, this is a fun little thing I'm making, and I can press escape and type SIR, and I can look at, you know, games that other people have made, and play those games because it's fun. You know, it doesn't, you know, mean anything or do anything. It's fun. That's it. So it's fun to, you know, look at these games and be like, oh snap, somebody remade, you know, Mario Brothers. Someone made a Portal, as crazy as it is. Someone made like a Sonic, you know, engine. Someone made all these things, and you can just try them and play them and have fun with them and download them, and now you have it. You know, you have it on your computer, on your TIC-80. It's just fun. It's just a fun vibe that's not really there with it's a fun vibe that's just not really there, I think, with modern game engines and game tools. Maybe with a smaller framework like Ebic Engine, something like that, you kind of have a sense of community. Or not, you kind of do. You do have a sense of community there, but I think that you don't really have such a strong sense of community with bigger engines and bigger tools. Yeah, so this is just an interesting, it's fun. Fantasy consoles are just kind of fun. Okay, so this works. You know what? I'm gonna do something different. I always make some kind of walk and talk adventure game that like spirals out of control. We're gonna make something a little simpler. Let's instead make a single screen arcade game. I'm thinking that it's some kind of thing where basically like you have to walk around a space and click on things. Like you have to like press something, like interact with some kind of like pressure valve or something, while you have enemies trying to stop you. I don't know, something kind of simple. Yeah, that sounds fun. Or do I want to use the mouse? I feel like I never use the mouse for any of my games. What if I did? What if you left clicked to like create a square? Null Dot says the passion with which you speak of about those communities in old game dev makes me want to be there at that time. It was kind of a specific time. I feel like everything everywhere has a time like that. Game dev, indie game dev had a little bit of that then. If you were around for TIG forums, I guess it was stands for the Indie Game Forum, TIG forums. That was like a community of people making indie games, and that was big at like, I don't know, 2014, maybe 2010, 2014. There was a lot of people making stuff. Notch made Minecraft, or was, you know, when he was like first launching Minecraft, first like not even launching but just working on it, he posted about that there. Konjac posted about his projects there. A lot of people were, you know, that was kind of like the place to go if you were interested in talking about and sharing your indie games. That and like IndieDB. It was interesting. There was a community of game developers. I feel like that community just kind of, it doesn't really exist like that anymore, as those spaces kind of like got smaller and people migrated to different things like Discord or itch.io. Maybe itch has that kind of community, but I feel like it's a little different when you have a community of people who are players. Like, you know, people go to itch to play games, and so you're going to be talking with people who are like trying to run your game or talking about your game, versus developers who are interested in the creation of your game. you would have people ask like, how did you do this on TIG forums? Like, how did you make the physics work so well? Or how are you doing this this special like shader or something? Like that kind of like communication was unusual. I guess it's kind of unusual because a lot of things weren't really solved yet. So you had people like, some people were using Unity. Godot, when Godot first like got off the ground, it had a public like 2.1 or something release. It was on TIG forums. That's where I got the first beta. So it's just, yeah, it's something else to think of my time in game development, surrounding these little communities of people doing really interesting things, and the exploration, the exploratory aspect of like being able to talk to people and connect with them about their projects, and you post your project and those same people connect with you and say like, oh man, this looks so cool. That was just, it was really really nice. It was very nice, and I'm not sure if there's anything like that now, or if anything will be like that again, just because it kind of, it was a thinking about TIG forms specifically, it was kind of a melting pot of so many different developers from so many different disciplines. It was kind of unique. So anyway, it was fun. And I liked it. And I think more people should make games, and it's fun to talk to people and talk about them. So that's kind of what got me, I guess, thinking about fantasy consoles. So that's what we're kind of messing with today. In the spirit of that, I'm not gonna use the keyboard and mouse. I'm gonna use the mouse. I want to try something I never usually try. So you click and the player will walk to that location. And the camera, we're going to say the camera does not move. The camera is going to be fixed, just for simplicity. We're going to say that it's a single screen game. So it's going to be the center of this map. So we'll try that. Okay. Cool. So, excuse me. Wait. 2010 was 15 years ago. Time does fly. Yeah, man, it does. 2010, 15 years ago. That's crazy. Okay, this is what I was looking for. 2010. Yep. Yeah, X is undefined. Okay, so I guess, do I have to do like this? Or is it... So according to this should work, but I'm wondering if it doesn't work in JavaScript. Let's see, JavaScript splat. JavaScript multiple return. Wrapping them in an array or an object. Okay. So maybe, oh, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's like a dictionary or something. Yeah. Okay. So this is, so is it M0? Is that mouse 91? So then it should be like 0 here. -8. Okay. All right. So mouse data. Let's see, mouse data, left is 0, 1, 2. I just turned 22 today. Huh. 22 years old. That's a good age. Well, they're all good ages. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Every age is a good age. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll work with this. Because there's no, like, click specifically. Okay, let's see this dot target. It's a property of undefined. Okay. This that target dot sub, this that position. Target dx. Okay. This dot target. Well, I guess we don't need the. No, we do. It's not only when you are clicking. This dot target dot x was this. This dot target dot y. Okay, let's see. Okay, it seems to be working. Trace, let dx equals a target dot sub. Do that. trace this target. Undefined. Hold on. Yeah, is this not working? Okay, well, that's undefined. Why it's still undefined? Why is it undefined? This target X. Oh, is it? Oh, my bad. They're not capitalized. It's like that, X and Y. I don't like that. Let me fix that so that it's popular. I mean, capitalized. Popularized. The go in me wants it to be capitalized. I got half a mind to do this in Go. Noel Dot says, by the way, thank you for your Sunbox tutorials. I hope to be totally lost if it wasn't for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad somebody is still using them. Still, you know, watching them or using them and still making music with Sunbox. It's a great tool. It's a great tool. Okay, so that seems to be working. Trace. Okay, so sub dx speed add dx.scale. Especially now that I can support directly to ogvorpus. Yo, they added ogvorpus support. Let's go, dude. Let's go, brother. Yeah, ogvorpus, man. That's like the best format for music. For games and stuff, or just in general. Yes. Oh. This doesn't seem like it's any problems. Oh, okay. I see what the issue is. Okay, that works pretty well. I do kind of want... Oh, I also love the work you did for Gearin. It's probably the Game OST playlist I listened the most to since 2023. Really? Wow, I'm surprised. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've got half a mind to switch to Go for this. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. So the idea of this, let's see. Languages, HTML5. Okay, so firstly we want to make sure that we can use an external editor, as I think we'll need to. Oh, let me show you what I'm looking at here. It's a little small. There we go. TIC-80 supports compiled languages via our WASM binary support. Compile, I don't know why I said it like that. Compile a WASM file using an external compiler toolchain and then import that binary into your TIC-80 cartridge. Built-in editor content is not used to edit your code. Editor comments must be the Lua style, like this. A WASM, script WASM magic comment is required to use the WASM runtime. No code you type in the editor will ever be executed. Okay. Okay. So let's see what this is like. Let's say that we want it to go with Go. What would that look like? So I'm going to make a backup of this while we still have this. All right. So this is what we have. Cool. So we're going to obliterate all that and go with script. Like this. It's like that. Okay. So, so I'm gonna take a look at, I guess, one of these example situations. Source TIC-80. You can't yet develop WASM projects using the built-in editor. The code used to build this project can be found in the TIC-80 repo. It's built with C, but many languages are supported. Build your file project with the external compiler, then import. Not sure if I get this. So this is the code, the cart entirely. sound effects, waves, tiles, everything. Build your project with your external compiler. Import the final WASM binary into your cartridge. Import binary out.wasm. Okay. Okay, so according to this is for Zig. So you start TIC-80, run a command, which is to load the WASM file, import the binary. Okay, I think I kind of get it. Import the binary, and then save, and then run. Okay. I'm like halfway between gotta go, talking about go, I should go and make some dinner, see you around. All right, thanks for coming by. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. So I'm wondering, okay, so I would need a WASM compiler, which I think I have, right? Don't I have a WASM compiler? Go WASM compiler. How do you... Do you use TinyGo? Is that what do you use for WASM? TinyGo is a Go compiler intended for use in small places such as microcontrollers, WebAssembly, and command line tools. Okay. All right. So if I understand the general concept here, we're going to see if we can get this to work. I'm going to start by downloading this demo WASM file. I'll remove all the stuff here. Okay. Okay. So what I think I need to do is edit this text to do what I want it to do. So we need to compile, right? I don't know if I need to do this. Oh, hold on. Can I do this? About external code? Can I do save testing.wasmp? Okay, here we go. So we have this, we have the tiles, we have the sprites, we have the map, we have waves, as effects, patterns, tracks, power. Okay, so this should be our cart. Run. There's nothing to do. Cool. So now we don't need the demo. So now, and we don't need. Okay, so now we should have this. Reset. Reload. Oh, help. Help. Is there any like restart? Import load menu? Oh, okay. New resume run, save surf, CD, clear screen, config, delete, demo. Oh, that's cool. So it creates demo things for you to do. Okay, well, it theoretically would work. All right, so anyway. Okay, so they say, so basically, oops. Now we should be able to use this. Open a folder. Just this folder. Okay, so here is our WASM part. So we should be able to just do like main.go. Something like that, but now we need TinyGo, which we do have, okay. Which I do have already. This is not the newest version, but we do have it. So I should be able to build for WASM thusly. I'll just try this. Quest-Go version 1.19 through 1.23 got 1.24. Does the latest version have support for 1.24? Yes. At least initially. Okay. So let me take a look, see if is it installed somewhere specifically. No. Okay. Do I? Let's see. Let's see, hold on. How do I have, let me see. Okay, I already have it installed. Got it. Let's see, can I use an older... How do I navigate an older version of Go? Okay, so I can set a Go toolchain environment variable. Like that, but I imagine that that won't work if I don't have... Oh, did it? Maybe it downloaded the Go tool, the correct Go toolchain. Let's see. It built. Okay. So this is our thing. Okay. So let's see. So this is our file, 200 kilobytes. So what we should be able to do let's take a look. Let me take a look at the let me take a look at the wiki for this. Okay, so compile it and then import that binary. Okay. So now I'm going to make a build sh. Be bigger, by the way. And we can just copy some of the some of the stuff from, I guess, Zig is fine. No, Zig is not fine. I'm not going to use that. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I need to specify, let me see. I think I need to do it like this. Okay, I think this should work. Okay, so it did some stuff. So it loaded a load cart.wasm p, which is called testing. Yeah, testing is fine, I guess. So it's testing. Import binary. Here it's just cart, rather main. So I mean, we could do it like this, where we do this. Go to TinyGo build main.wasm cart.wasm main.go. Okay, and then we bash start TIC-80 skip files and command load testing command. Cool. Let's try this. Okay, import binary cart.wasm. File not loaded. Okay, let's try this manually. What's this? Okay, so load testing. So we have all of our data there, right? Yeah. So we do import binary. Okay, so that does work. So this could be import. I guess we'll make another one. Let's build. This will be build. We'll separate it for now because building takes some time. Let's see. So build. Share. Oh, cart. Okay, so okay. Oh, I think I have to export it. Oh, Skirsh. Sorry, I was. What the heck? Expand. Okay, expand. Okay. So if you haven't found it, there's example WASM setups in the TIC-80 repo under examples. No go example, sorry. Yeah, no problem. I think what I need to do is I need to export the function. I think that's what's missing. And in order to do that, there's a comment I need to add. Where's the WASM? TinyGo. This is what I'm looking for. So in this example, I'm pretty sure it's something like, yeah, I think this is what we need to do. Blah, 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 blah. How to call WebAssembly from JavaScript. How to use okay, I think it's this one. So we import. Oh wait. Okay, so we need a main function. But then it says WASM import. Your module name add. Import it from JavaScript as it doesn't define a body. You should define a function named add in the WebAssembly in module from JavaScript. This module is exported to JavaScript. Okay, well, so there's a couple of different systems here. So this is one such system. and this is the other. So we'll try this one first. I'm not sure what your model name. I guess this would be game. Let's try that. Can only use WASM import on declarations. Okay, so in other words, it would be this. Okay, so I can use this for the functions that TIC-80 exports that I'm importing. So that's not, okay, so this is for stuff like mouse. Something like that, I think. In which case it returns X, Y. So something like that. So then this is what we are exporting, I think, right? I think I'm on the right track. I think I'm cooking. Check this to see TIC-80. You export TIC instead of main. Yeah, well, I think that's correct. I think I need to export TIC because that's what's being called from TIC-80. I think that's right. So this is a declaration that basically says what we are able to import, the mouse function, and then this is a function that we're exporting that TIC should be able to read. Part was not imported. Import binary. Okay, let's try it. Just make sure that it's building correctly. Not imported. I feel like I'm on the right track. I think I'm close, but I'm not sure why. Or what might not be working. Let's try just this again. So that imports. This does not import. Does this import? Yes. So export, maybe there's an overlap, maybe I can't do this. I assumed I could, but I can't do it. So do I just do like that? Yeah, function isn't found. TIC isn't found. Don't I need to export it like that? Do I export like that? Like that, maybe? No. Or, no. Okay. C template, huh? Let's see. I get the general idea here. So here is WASM import and WASM export. So they're exporting TIC and boot and they're importing this function, sn printf from WASI. They include TIC-80.h. Okay, yeah, WASM import, circ. Then the definition. So that is what I'm doing here for mouse. so I'm on the right track. So I think this is the problem. I think that this is fine. Yeah. The issue is that the tick function isn't found, and I think this is where the issue is. Can I do go WASM export? Like that? Does that mean anything? Doesn't import. One parameter, not 0. Do I have to do tick? Not import. It can't import. Why can't it import? I think I'm on the right track, but I wonder if this would not work. Prerequisites WASI SDK. That's for C. What other templates are there? Let's go with the D one. Okay, so build cart, make clean make. It loads it. Well, let me show you. So for D, it removes the game tick file if it exists. It makes it, which compiles to WASM. Configs WASI, which I don't know if I need. Dub build, which strips WASI, XCC passes the SDK, strips libc. Then it loads it, imports the binary, saves, exits, then saves it as a tick, exits, then loads it and runs. These are the same kinda. Oh, I see. Build WASM, build cart, build cart. I see. Okay, so it turns it into a cart. So build WASM does this. Okay, import it. All right. So then, where the question becomes, wait. So this doesn't even export anything. It doesn't even tag anything as being exported. This isn't even tagging anything as being imported. What about nim? Nim compiler, WASI SDK, TIC-80 on your system and run nimble build cart. So this does say export for the tick function. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm on the right track in general. But these aren't even... Okay. It exports here. For boot specifically. I guess that makes sense. Go to comment go WASM export add func add. Okay, so let's see this. Hold on. I thought I tried this, but maybe I didn't. Okay, go WASM export tick func TIC. Well, this builds. This definitely seems fine. Do I not need the main function? Cart not imported. Does let me try this. Let's see. Build. Let me see if I get any terminal output if I try this. CD projects testing. Okay. No, it doesn't say. Doesn't give me information elsewhere. Well, I'm exporting the TIC function. What if it's... Let's just say I rename it. Like, is it an overlap? Is that the issue? No. Is it this? Is it the format package? Maybe it is. Okay. All right. Let's say it is. Let's say it is. Maybe it's the format package. Function still isn't found. It does import now though. TIC. Function TIC is not found. Let me go back to WASM TinyGo. I want to see if is that how they recommend to do importing and exporting. Do I still need that main? Maybe the core is wrong. Maybe it should be P2. What targets are available? Oh, it doesn't say. It says, hold on. It says select the target you want to use. Leave it empty to compile for the host. Oh, so I guess that would be my computer. This switch also configures the emulator, flash tool, and debugger. Supported targets. Beta fruit machine package. Okay, so these are just microcontrollers. So I guess I should target WASM. I guess that's what I need to do. Maybe that's what it is. tick is still not found. I don't need that anymore. Function tick isn't found. WASM export tick. Let's see. Go WASM import. Okay, so I'm gonna try what this says. It says go OS WASP1 go arch WASM tiny go build. So we're gonna try this one. Try this. I'm gonna get this guide. Oops. Build let's leave the tool chain. I wonder if that's part of the issue with the tool chain, but we'll see. Oh, to me return values. To me return values. It can't return this many values? Can we do 2? Can we do 1? Unsupported result type int? How? Okay, let's try this. It's still not found. Wasn't important. Well, let's get rid of this. Maybe it's an import? I don't think so, though. Huh? Okay. Okay. Maybe, well, this shows just export. Okay, let's try this. So, what if we just do export tick? Let's try this first. What if the OS is instead JavaScript, not purchase, WASM. Isn't found. Oh, do I have to save it? Where where does it specify that this goes in here? Hold up. Let's delete that. Yeah, it like duplicated everything. There's something. Yeah. I feel like I'm on the right track. Function isn't found. Man, I can't believe it's almost been 2 hours. It's crazy. This is more complicated than I thought. Is there some way I can test this somewhere else? Like, the problem is you run function TIC-80 TIC isn't found. Let me see what they have to say on the GitHub. Maybe someone else has run into this. Just thinking. Just looking, reading, thinking. Just thinking, man. Just looking. Hmm. Okay, let me see. Is there a way I can WASM file checker? Does that exist? Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Main C. Okay, yeah, tiny go. Okay, no. Imports. Imported functions. Okay. Exports. TIC. Parameters result. So it exported memories. It's a memory. Let's see. Okay, TIC doesn't take any maybe it's an issue if the parameter and the result is not the same. But I don't think the TIC function takes anything or returns anything. Let me check. Okay, this, yeah, theirs doesn't take anything or return anything in Zig. So here it's dash space. Is there supposed to be a space there? Is that what was missing? The function isn't found, but the function most definitely is there. Import binary. Well, this definitely is exporting the function, right? Because we could see it. We have to have that. Let's see. Build up this. Well, let's try P2. Okay, and then import. Okay, let's try something real quick. Missing imported function. Give a simple mirror. I see something in CLS. Missing imported function. Okay, so this should be correct. Missing imported function. What does that even mean? Missing imported function. Missing imported function. Okay, this says under this one. Usually this indicates a data type misalignment or passing the wrong number of arguments. Have you looked at the Go code? Oh. So someone's trying to do it with Go. Stacking at the bottom of RAM, business name MIO. Add 96 kilobytes. Reasoning. Let's see. It forbids implicit conversion. Okay, so this guy was able to get there pretty close. Make. What did I make? Make build to just build the WASM code. Make cartridge if we want to put in cartridge. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we can try this. So it's JS and WASM. Build for debugging other than anomalies. Okay. I think I see what this is doing / what take to make this work. WASM versus the tiny go WASM. I think. Well, let's I guess work with this guy's template. We can give it a shot and see how it goes. I wanted to figure it out myself, but it's rather complicated, so it's fine. So what I'm going to do is just something like this. We don't need build anymore. We don't need the cart anymore. We don't need, what was import? Oh, that was, yeah, we don't need that anymore. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so we were on the right track, I think. Where did I find that? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's try this. Need let me go back to that thing I destroyed. I trashed that build file. This. Maybe this. Cannot use options. Transparent colors. Offset is UN16. Let's see. Let's see. It's not a byte. The palette set is a UN16. Yeah, these just aren't the same thing. So I mean, I guess I could just do like this. Maybe. Let's see. No, that wouldn't work. All right. All right, I guess I know what I'm about to do. Oh, yeah, it's true. Well, maybe I can still do this. Let's see. This isn't working either. Well, I think I'm done. I'm fortunate to come all this way and then just like not do anything. But I'm getting deeper into stuff that I just wasn't that interested in the first place. Like, I don't know, man. WASM stuff, dude. I don't know. Memory fuel operations for bulk memory copy. Let's see, did I do anything unusual? This might be a problem. Wasn't opt. Why do I need that again? I can't just do like that. No, okay. Because I need a newer version of TinyGo. Same for you with TIC-80 old link. I don't know, buddy. I don't know, brother. That's okay. Let's look at the languages they do support. They have Python, they have Rin, they have what languages are there? I mean, I can work with JavaScript, that's perfectly fine. I wanted Go. I need the Go, but if I can't get it, that's fine. I understand. Not everyone understands the appeal of a superior language, no. Let's see. Okay, Lua, I'd rather not. MoonScript, I could work with. Let's see. I'm not a fan of MoonScript. Rin, let's see. Never tried Rin, I don't think. Do we get a language thing here? syntax highlighting, and snippets. Well, I'm probably not going to get like full code completion or a language model. Even Python doesn't quite work correctly on my computer or in VS Code for me. Scheme is, I know, like, I already know, man. Scheme's not even in here. Lisp. I just can't. Like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. Scroll. Don't like colon something. Janet. I don't think I can. Ruby's always a classic. I feel like JavaScript might give me the best like result. Let me see. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's go back. Let's go back to this. Okay, so this is still working. Say testing dot yes. Okay, so that gives us some. Okay, so I do have some completion. All right, that's fine. That's good enough. That's good enough. What did it do the rest of the stuff? Did it nuke it? Nuke the formatting? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Does he do I have to reload it each time? No, okay. Okay. All right, well, this works well enough. I don't want to end here, but it's been a couple hours. It's already been going for a couple hours, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see if we can fix this little issue where the player is like wobbling. Okay, so basically, I guess I could do this. Hold on, I'm thinking. I could do this. Yeah, I guess I could do something like this. We can work with that same concept as, I think, Zig. No, was it Zig? Let me try this. This should be... Wait, what? It's a bug. Let's see. Cool. Okay, so at least we get that working the way that is working nice and quickly. Over there. Keep this over here. All right. So. Okay. What if we change this to be alt index? Now do I get the ability to control click? Yes, okay. Okay, so DX is not defined. Ah, okay. There we go. Cool. Took a million years, but we got there in the end. Let's make a little go here circle. So this is working. But we need to move from the player's ground position. But I guess that means that we need to move his sprite around. So that's probably like this, I guess. Better. There we go. Better, better, better. Hmm. Let's not be too crazy with it. Okay, that works. How does this work? Let's see, import. Hmm. It feels like this should work. Import star as an activity. Expecting. So it does have import. I think that works. It's not defined. Let's see. What do they use for TIC-80? Quick.js. Okay, so how does Quick.js do import? Easy, right? Turns out import module CLI. My eyes. Require? No. Import. Does it not have? Well, it recognizes import as a function. Let's see. Let's see. But okay, so I think yeah, it doesn't say. Doesn't say how to. Yeah, okay, so it's ES20. Import. Okay. Require isn't defined, but import is, but import doesn't work. less than ideal by far. Let's see. So I'm guessing this side effect version works. Importing runs the global code, but isn't actually importing any values. Do I have to export it? Maybe I have to export it. Import my exported. Rename it. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. Pretty sure this isn't gonna work, but I just need to look over this one more time. All right. My energy is gone, I think. So everything's got to be in one file for now. All right. Well, in any case, at least this does work. Cool. All right, well, that's it. If I went on any longer, it's going to just turn into a 4-hour stream or something, and that's just... I can't do this. I can't do that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I didn't get a lot done. That's just the way it is sometimes, but that's okay. Thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon. It's real fun sometimes just to stream and program stuff. But yeah. I'll see if I can pick this up. Today's Friday. Pick it up Monday. All right. Thanks. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. See ya.